What's going on, everyone, and welcome to the RabidMining YouTube channel. Today we're kind of having a look at the timeline of the Ethereum Difficulty Bomb. So they are delaying it here. We're going to see, the effects it could have, when it'll actually take place. And just so you all know, this does not affect the merge, or so they say it doesn't. And just because when we're looking at these numbers, the merge could happen at any time before we start seeing these increased block times. So this is more of a cushion for the dev team, but at the same time, as miners and profitability, this is something we're going to want to pay attention to. So we do have a retweet here from Tim Bako from Go Ethereum, and they have a mandatory update going out that everyone does need to actually do, that's running nodes and whatnot, by June 29th. So that's their estimated time when they do plan to have this hard fork. Now, this is not the date that the bomb is going to be getting delayed. It's going to happen at a certain block height, but it looks like this will be implemented around June 29th. At the time of recording, today is the 15th, so about 2 weeks from now, watching this tomorrow, it's going to be 1 day less. So to get all the information together, it did take a few websites because it doesn't seem like they put everything together in the exact same spot. It's really hard. So if you know a place where they actually have everything on one solid site or sheet or something, let me know, because I have to really go around to different links and everything just to get an idea of what's going on here. All right, so it does look like I already messed this up. So the Gray Glacier hard fork will actually be activated at this block height, which according to the tweet is exactly where they say, at the fork of the 29th. So this is the date that they're thinking will go through. Now remember, depending on the hash rate and the difficulty bomb itself, slowing down those blocks, anything in the future is going to slow down. So let's just take a look when to expect this date. Over at minerstat.com, it does look like the block height, actually it does say June 27th now, which is 2 days early. And just when I hit the record button, this was actually saying July 1st. So this is fluctuating around 3 to 4 days currently right now. So as we get closer, keep in mind anywhere between June 27th, which is the end of this month, and a couple days shorter than the tweet, upwards of maybe July 1st or July 2nd. Because depending on the difficulty bomb, slowing down those blocks, as well as hash rate coming on the network and coming off of it, depending on price, the blocks found and time found is definitely going to keep increasing and decreasing, making this constantly change. And we already gained a day to June 28th. So like I said, it's always going over. But once this does finally go through, whenever this block height does hit, that will drop the block time from 14.45 seconds, what we're currently seeing, back down to that 13-second mark. So now we need to know, when will the difficulty bomb go off again, and when will we start feeling it? So there are two different scenarios going on. Originally, they extended about 700,000 blocks from the previous difficulty bomb that went off. So originally, the difficulty bomb last time went off around mid-April. We all thought it was going to hit in like June or July. That's when they predict that we're going to start feeling the effects of the current difficulty bomb. But it did go off in around the middle of April. And then you fast forward to where we are. It took about 2 months to hit this, 14.5 to 14.7 second mark. So if they were to extend it 700,000 blocks from when it went off in rough April, remember that's an estimate I have in April. It was around mid-April, but I don't know the exact block height, so I can't estimate up to today. But we're looking at about August 2nd of when this difficulty bomb would go off again if they extend it from the previous time when it went off. So looking at August, we still have 2 more months until we hit the same block times that we do have today. That's about October in terms of where we are at the 14.5, getting up to the 15-second mark. So that still gives us an additional 1 to 2 months after that Ethereum devs have to implement potentially the merge if they aren't ready yet, because they are okay with potentially 25-second block times, as they did indicate in the past. So that's actually an interesting timeline, because if we're starting to feel today's effects in like October, then that means they can go till November, December to implement the merge. If they're not quite ready, then they'll have to delay it again. But we're getting close to the end of the year and the holidays. And usually when it gets close to that December mark, I don't really expect the devs to do really anything at all, because they usually take that month off. They forgot to even delay the difficulty in past years in the past because it was in December. So that is one timeline. And remember, this is constantly changing. Now we're down to August 1st. We already lost a day here. But again, it all comes down to the blocks being found and the current state of the current difficulty bomb that's already in effect. So let's look at another timeline now based off a different article I did find on this EIP 5133. So here they actually mention that they don't expect the bomb to go off. Now here they're actually stating that the bomb will go off at this block height. And that's kind of way past our original prediction of them moving it from the current one, which is what they always usually do. But now it looks like they're running into a whole new scenario here. So now, based on the chart there that they have to guess when this block to be mined to release the whole bomb, that's when it's going to go off and explode. Let's see if there's an update here. So yeah, September 9th. So now we have 2 months after September till we actually start feeling the effects like we are today. And right now, really, realistically, there's, it's getting a little bad in terms for mining, but it's really not that bad. The block times, we're still getting 4 per minute. So September, we're now looking at November until we start feeling the effects currently. And then that gives us another till December, potentially January, until we start seeing the 25-second block times. So right now, in terms of the difficulty bomb, it's definitely looking like Ethereum mining is just fine up until at least the end of the year. Now, because we're getting close to the end of the year and they really wanted to push it this summer, and there's a lot of rumors going on in the background about 2025, a lot of different money coming in from different various areas. What if they just keep giving us these 3-month time frames over the next 2 years till 2025? This could very much be a thing. We have no idea what's going on in the background, if they're taking money from large mining farms or something. Who knows? Maybe it's a giant conspiracy, but we are getting very close to potentially next year. But remember, at any point in time, they can release the merge before all this. If they're ready to go, they can drop that TDT value, kill off the mining because the difficulty is so high, drop the merge, and we'll be, all on POS side. But basing everything off the current difficulty bomb, things look very interesting till, potentially December or January of next year. So that's two kind of scenarios we got going on for difficulty bomb timelines in times of, block rewards and when we'll start feeling the next difficulty again once it does come into play. But there's two different variants here, but both of them kind of lead to the end of the year. One will be a lot more difficult than the other by the time December hits. But again, we have no idea what's going on. Let me know, what do you guys think is going on in the comments below. I will see you on the next one, and keep on mining. Thank you for watching my video. And if you haven't seen one of these, be sure to check them out. And if you already seen them, maybe you missed something, might have to watch it one more time. And if you just let it play in the background, that's all right as well. I do try to live stream every weekend as well as every couple days during the week. So be sure to be subscribed so you don't miss that. As always, have a great day.